everyone, and welcome back to whatever this channel is. It's my channel. That's a channel. How are you guys? How was your holiday season? It's almost New Year's. It's almost my birthday. I'm gonna be 32 years young. I know, I look fabulous. Anywho, I wanted to talk today about something that makes me mentally happy because it provides a multitude of things, whether that be financial stability, just fun things to do, or something to focus on. I've said in the past that I lost my job. I was one of the very many people who lost their job due to the COVID coronavirus. You know, there's a vaccine now or something. But I have mentioned in the past that I started a new side hustle, a gig. What is my new job? Basically, it is reselling. And you're probably like, Vivian, what is reselling? Well, it's exactly what it is. It's reselling. I buy items and I resell them. It's like regifting, but with money and on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. Video's done. No, I'm kidding. Don't go away. Reselling is becoming more popular because it is something that I am allowed to make my own schedule along with other people who are resellers. Some people like to call us pickers, so you've probably seen the show American Pickers. Kind of like that, but I deal more in smaller things. We basically go to thrift stores, garage sales, we look at donations, free cycle, anything that we basically can flip for a profit. Like I said just a moment ago, there are multiple aspects about this that I enjoy. It is giving me something to focus on mentally. Losing your job sucks, and having that source of income is a great thing. But it's also a little bit of a treasure hunt when you find a really good item at a thrift store, which are gold mines, by the way. If I could live 24 hours in a Goodwill, I probably could because they have beds and stuff. It's a little bit of a treasure hunt, and you find that really awesome item that you just can't, you're just like, yes, this is amazing, and I'm only gonna pay 25 cents for it, but I can sell it for a boatload of money. That's great. Does it have its downsides? Yes. You might think that the treasure hunt is great, and it is. There's a lot of side work that goes into this. It is a hustle. And when I say hustle, let's go from start at point A, all the way down to the finish. And if I have any pictures, they will be over here for y'all to enjoy. Let's, as an example, say I go to Goodwill, and I will show you some of awesome items I have readily available for me to show to you that I have personally found thrifting, but I've kept, but I will use them as an example. So you go to Goodwill or your local thrift store or garage sale, and you find something amazing. So as an example, just because this is my new favorite thing, it is a ring. Clearly, it is a vintage poison ring. So this is sterling silver. It unhooks to fit. Arsenic was usually the big thing, but any type of powdered poison, and it was really like sneaky because you could like reach in and just like open it up and tip it into someone's cup of tea and just, you know, unfortunately kill somebody. But when I found this at a Value Village, I hear it's called Savers on the East Coast. I found it for I think $7. And I immediately, this is something that I want in my life, and so that's something I kept. Or, for example, still don't know if I'm gonna sell this one or not, but this is called Vitacell. It is a mouthwash, and I also have Colgate tooth powder. Still don't know if I'm gonna sell these. I'm still kind of debating. I say you pick that up. Say, okay, let's go with I just wanted to show off my poison ring because, you know, you find awesome stuff. So Colgate tooth powder, providing you with white smiles for ages and ages. Hi, Maeve. Beautiful thing I found at a garage sale. I made a contact, and she basically was moving and she was getting rid of a lot of stuff, and so she let me have this beauty for free. And I've got a family photo. This I found thrift storing. This is a handmade wall clock with creepy cherubs on it. You know, there's like found photos basically. Anyway, wow, ADD moment much? Even though I'm on meds. Colgate tooth powder. So say you find this, I think I paid like $3 for this. It is full. You might not be able to hear it, but you hear more of my ring. But it is full of tooth powder. These were kind of 1920s, 1930s, so basically Colgate tooth powder is baking soda. And maybe some Colgate Palmolive and Pete. It is the giant size. So it's basically toothpaste, but powder form. It's antique. This is antique. The next step is when you're in a thrift store, there are a bunch of ways for you to be able to, through the eBay app or just through Google, research and see if this is something that is worth selling. Is the price compared to what the price you could get worth paying that price for? So these, they sell for about $10 online, and that's after fees and everything, and that's a whole different aspect. Anyway, if you decide you want to buy it, you buy it. Next step is you have to take pictures of this. You have to take pictures of any of the flaws. There's some rusting. You can kind of see there's some rusting at the base. There's some surface scratching. You have to take pictures so people know what they're buying. You have to write a description, and usually you have to be kind of very detailed, which can be time consuming, saying where the rust is, maybe a little history about the product, if it has a flavor, what size is it. So it takes, to do these eBay listings, it can take a little bit of time, especially if you're doing a multitude of different products. There are some people who do multiple quantities of the same product, and that's easier for them, but I like buying separate items. I have like a whole lot in my eBay store. It's over 700 items. So that is the time-consuming part, is not necessarily the purchasing, but hunting can take some time, but the listing, the writing the descriptions, taking those pictures, trying to get all of that appeasing to someone who might want to purchase that item. And then, of course, you have to pack it up appropriately so it doesn't break upon shipment, and then waiting, and hopefully it arrives safely. And there are some downsides. Sometimes they want to return the item, which is totally cool. I mean, I worked retail for I don't know how many years. People want to return items. Sometimes the postal service, especially during the Christmas time, you guys saw. Can you say hi? She's like, no. Mwah. We're made suiting. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Especially during like this holiday season, the post was really super late. So these people who bought early Christmas themed items actually didn't get it until the day of Christmas Eve or after. So, you know, there are a little bit of obstacles that run in the way. And of course, there's always a feedback. It's kind of like Yelp. People can rate me as a seller if it ended up poorly, if it didn't arrive correctly, or they can say, hey, this is great. And I try to be up and above what other people do. I always add a handwritten note to my packing slip based on the item. If it is a book, I say happy reading. Like if they're somewhere within the same state, I say many things from whatever side of the state I am on from them. And I always I buy a ton of vinyl stickers, and on the back of those I have my Instagram and the store I kind of work at Instagram as just a little thank you. It really going that above and beyond kind of thing to put yourself apart from other sellers so that they can come back. And maybe that's because I worked in retail before, and I know what brings people back. But there are also other aspects of this, and that is like going through Facebook Marketplace, and sometimes bigger items can do very well there. Like sometimes I'll buy rocking chairs, like big pictures, or I mean, there's a multitude of things. I usually say Facebook Marketplace for those bigger items. Is it lucrative? Yes and no. It honestly depends on how much is bought during a week. I've had really good months where I'm making close to $2,000 a month, and that's a lot more than I was making at the brewery I worked at, so I'm not gonna complain there. But then there's some months it's not as great. It just honestly depends. It also depends on how highly sought out some of the items are. One of the most recent items I bought that I found at a thrift store is a picture frame from Splash Mountain that is the kind of Song of the South Brer Rabbit theme from Disneyland, which is no longer going to be in existence. It is going to be a Princess and the Frog themed. So that's probably going to go really quick. There are some items that I've had in my eBay store that I've had were some of the very first items I've listed, and I've been doing this since March. We're almost at a year mark. It just depends. What kind of items do I sell? I sell pretty much all sorts of items, big or small. I mostly deal with antiques, like figurines and odd, cute little odds and ends. I said books. Did I say books? Wow. I deal with books. I deal with a lot of like antique books and first editions, and I also sell Disney gear, and usually vintage Disney gear, but if I find something that is relatively newer, like that picture frame, or I recently found, believe it or not, it is a paper punch that looks like it's a cutout of like a profile of Mickey Mouse's head. People still scrapbook, so that's gonna probably go really well as, you know, too. It honestly just depends. There are these like cute little items that people just go crazy for, and you can find these all along, but this is a Christmas gift. But as an example, these are called Wade Whimsies. So I know you can probably see the ring light. It's a little like a cat or dog, pumpkin or something. The cool thing is, I think from what my mom told me, these came with tea, and they're kind of like, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Yeah, they're kind of like ribbed on the bottom. These were meant for striking matches. And so these are very kind of popular. People collect these book series. So like these clocks. Seriously, when I say angry cherubs, they are creepy angry cherubs. Like, what is that? This is a handmade piece. These were kits. And so it honestly, it just depends. And like I said, there are sometimes when I go thrifting and I find things and I'm like, I found this and I was like, I need to keep this clock. There are some found photographs that I keep, like this found at a thrift store. This is Alice Flake. Alice Flake, and it says so on the back, is with her sword swallowing kit in the 19-teens. She performed with the circus, and I would have never found this photo if it wasn't for going on this hustle. My new job, basically. But okay, long story short, my new job, it's reselling. It's exactly what it sounds like. You buy items to try and sell online and try and flip for a profit. Do I enjoy it? Yes, thoroughly. Am I gonna still continue doing YouTube? Yes, please subscribe. I would really like to hit at least 1,000 subscribers this year. I know that sounds so little and so tiny, but when you're only at like 200 something, like 200 and teen something, like it is. It's a goal. It's a lofty goal. If I could start earning ad revenue from these videos, that'd be great too, you know? I do. I really enjoy it, and it gives me something to really focus on, and being a little financially sound is so helpful. So helpful. So if you guys have any questions about reselling or picking or thrifting, please leave them down in the comments below. Do you guys want to go on? I do watch a lot of like different YouTube channels of people going thrifting. Is that something you guys would want to see at least in one video? I would be more than happy to. We have some awesome thrift stores where I am in Washington. Do you guys thrift? What's the coolest thing you found? Like, leave those down in the comments down below. And I really do hope that you guys are no matter your situation and with jobs and income, that you guys are surviving. It is such a rough time, especially after the holidays. I can't imagine actually how rough it is on some people, because I've definitely been there. And paycheck to paycheck. So yeah, thanks you guys so much for watching, and do consider hitting that subscribe button if you feel like sticking around. We have a lot of fun. We talk about mental health, and we do craft projects, and we might go thrifting together. Who knows? If that's something you want, down below, please let me know. Hit that like button, and what else do I say? I'm just in a, like, seriously, this week between like Christmas and New Year's, like, who has a functioning brain? No one does. As I always say, the more we talk about mental health, the more the stigma breaks and more people get the help that they deserve. And until next time, guys, keep thrifting and such. Pardon. Oof.